end with that and say, Congresswoman Carol Shea-Porter, thank you. Will you please come forward?
Good afternoon, and I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be back in New Hampshire, the primary state. And we know why. Look at the crowd. Every single time we have an event, people come out because New Hampshireites take their job very seriously. And our job is to vet the candidates and ask the questions that the rest of the country wants answered. So congratulations to all of you, and we certainly saw the power of our collective voice last November when we turned New Hampshire blue. To some of the young women of the crowd for a moment, if you gentlemen will allow me to do this, because you certainly noticed that there were a lot of women that have gotten up today. And this would not have happened just a few short years ago. And New Hampshire has set the example by choosing not based on what people's sex is, what their ability is. And we have seen a lot of strong women in the State House, and I think I'm kind of strong myself, I'll claim credit for that, in Washington. And certainly Senator Clinton is a very strong candidate and a strong proponent for the middle class and for all of us. So I hope the message today for those who think they can't is yes, you can. You can, you must, and you will. And we look forward to seeing the young women and the young men come to service for the state of New Hampshire and for this country, because we do make a difference. And I'd like to tell you how we make that difference. In Washington every day, I hold that voting card, and I thank you all for that honor and that privilege, and I take it very seriously. Because when I put that voting card inside and I cast my vote, I have an opportunity to vote for all of you, and to vote for me, and to vote for my family, and to vote for the next generation. And that's really what this is about today and every day, that we make sure that we represent America. And I will say about Senator Clinton that she has worn several hats all the way through her life with a lot of grace and a lot of dignity. And she has been attacked many times for that stance. But she wore those hats proudly because she recognized her role not simply as the wife of somebody who was in government, but also a mother of somebody who needed her, and somebody in her own right who had a career and showed us all how you can do all of it. And that's a pretty impressive feat. So we're standing here with a woman who has held positions that have been the First Lady of Arkansas, First Lady of the United States of America, and then stepped into the light by herself as a senator from New York, elected not once but twice, and the second time the resounding vote that people knew she was doing the job. We have a lot of reasons to be grateful that she's in this campaign and she's speaking up for the middle class and speaking up for what I call the bottom 99% of us. And especially she was speaking up for health care at a time when she was absolutely ridiculed for suggesting that there was a problem so critical about health care that we needed to deal with it. And she knew that and took a great deal of criticism for it. But what does it look like years later? We're in a severe crisis of health care. So we're grateful that she's here. We're grateful that she's going to speak to us about that. I thank you for the opportunity that you gave me to go to Washington and to work on the same issues. And it's my great honor and privilege to introduce Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton.